Hello and welcome to My Life on a GLP-1, the podcast where we go beyond the scale. I'm your host, Scott Johnson.
And I'm Sarah. On this show, we talk about the real, lived experience of these medications. The good, the weird, and everything in between.
So true, and I think today is all about the random. Today, we're diving into a topic that is both hilarious and surprisingly deep. The moment you become unrecognizable to people who used to know you well. Sarah, has this happened to you yet?
Oh, a few times. It's a surreal experience. But you had the all-time classic story. You have to tell the grocery store story.
Okay, so this was last spring. I'm in my local grocery store, and I see a former coworker, someone I worked with for years. We're talking bad office coffee, complaining about the same printer, dozens of meetings.
Right, you knew this person.
Totally. But we have worked from home for years and don't really go into the office much nowadays. So, anyways, I walk toward her, ready to say hi, and she looks directly at me, through me, blinks twice, and then turns away to intensely study a display of funky cheese like it's a piece of art in a museum.
No idea, huh? Or was she being rude? Or were you just a complete stranger to her?
Absolutely no reaction. I just stood there for a solid 10 seconds thinking, did I somehow join the witness protection program and forget to read the memo? Because after losing over 90 pounds, my own face had become a stranger.
It's such a specific kind of weird, isn't it? Because part of you is like, wow, the change is that significant. But another part is, well, it's just plain awkward.
That's the thing. It's not always a simple compliment. The first time it happened, I admit, a little part of me felt like the main character in a movie. You know, the transformation montage is complete. Cue the triumphant music.
Oh yeah, I love it, the big reveal.
But then it keeps happening, and it starts to stir up these other more complicated questions. Like, did people just not pay that much attention to me before? Was I easier to overlook?
Oof, yes, that's the one. Or are people treating me differently now? And if they are, what does that say about how I was treated before? It can be really uncomfortable to sit with that.
It really can. And it's not just about other people. Sometimes my own reflection catches me off guard. There's this psychological concept, identity disruption.
Right, where your brain just hasn't caught up with your body yet. The mental image you've had of yourself for decades doesn't just update overnight.
Exactly. I still find myself instinctively reaching for a larger clothing size off the rack. Or I'll see a booth in a restaurant and have that split-second calculation of, will I fit comfortably? Old habits of self-perception just don't vanish because your pants size changed.
It's so true. Your brain's cached version of you is running on old software. And when someone looks right through you, it's like it forces a system reboot you weren't ready for.
A system reboot. I love that. But of course, it's not all so heavy. Some of these moments are just objectively funny. I've started collecting what I call the greatest hits of recognition comments.
Oh, let's hear them. I have a few of my own.
The best one for me was when someone stared for a full 10 seconds, their eyes went wide, and they pointed and shouted in a very quiet cafe, "Wait! You are Scott!" I felt like I'd just been unmasked on a reality show.
Amazing. I get the classic, you disappeared, a lot. As if I just deflated one afternoon.
Oh, disappeared is a classic. I also get, I almost walked right past you, which is the polite version. And the slightly panicked, are you okay? From people who immediately assume you've been battling some secret illness.
Yes, that one. And my personal favorite, wow, your face, said with this look of complete shock. Just my face.
You learn to laugh at them. But you know, there's another side to this that people almost never admit out loud. There are moments when you actually miss the old version of yourself.
That is so real. And it feels taboo to say it. You're not missing the health problems or the discomfort. You're missing the familiarity.
The certainty, the knowing exactly who you are and how the world sees you. When all of that changes at once, your body, your habits, how people react to you, it's a lot. Feeling some grief for that old familiar self isn't a sign of failure. It's a sign you're human.
Mm-hmm. You're adjusting to a whole new reality. It takes time.
And that's what so much of the public conversation misses. It's all about pounds and before and after photos. Nobody talks about the messy, emotional terrain in between, the identity questions, the social shifts, the weirdness of it all.
Totally. But I think there's a moment where it all clicks into place, where the new reality starts to feel like just reality.
There is. A few months after that grocery store incident, I ran into someone I hadn't seen in a couple of years. And she did that classic pause. You could see the gears turning in her head,
The mental math.
the mental math. And then she said, I almost walked right past you, but you seem really happy. And it landed differently.
Ah, that's it. Right there.
That's it. Because under all the physical changes and the social weirdness and the identity stuff, that was the core of it. Not a smaller number on a tag, just a settled sense of feeling more comfortable in my own body. That's the real win, even if I still occasionally need a name tag.
A name tag is a small price to pay. We don't need labels to know who we are, and I think that is pretty amazing. And to those of you listening, know that we see and hear you. Thank you for engaging with us and being here every week. We recognize you and appreciate your support. Please keep smashing that 5-star rating wherever you stream. Keep showing up, whether you do that at a reunion or the grocery store, because we see you. Now tell us, Scott, do you have any final thoughts on this unrecognizable dilemma today?
Thanks, Sarah. Today is not a hefty topic, but one we need to normalize nonetheless. Because underneath all of the physical changes, the shifting social dynamics, and the occasional identity confusion, that really was the core of it. Not the smaller number on the tag of a shirt. Not the dramatic reactions from people who needed a moment to place me. Just a general, settled sense of feeling more comfortable being alive in my own body. So, on behalf of Sarah, I'm Scott Johnson, reminding you that sometimes you just need a good laugh every day, and always remember to love your journey. Thanks for tuning in.